So traditionally, I don't review mouses here on the channel, unless they're extremely unique. So when the guys over at Quadriclicks Gaming offered for me to check out their RBT or Right Bove Touch mouse, considering its unique design, I figured, sure, why not? So the RBT Rebel Real 1.112 ergonomic gaming mouse, Relax Grip, is one of the latest mouses by a company called Quadriclicks Gaming. But for short, we'll call it the RBT or Right Bove Touch mouse. Now the goal of this mouse is to deliver superior ergonomics, superior accuracy, and superior performance, as it's been specifically designed to reduce carpal tunnel syndrome. So the construction quality of the RBT mouse is definitely way up there. On the sides of the mouse, it's made up of really high quality soft touch plastics, and on the top of the mouse, it's also made up of nice solid plastics. It also comes with this awesome braided USB cable. And it even features a little bit of RGB, more on that a little bit later. Now as far as the buttons and functionality goes, you're pretty much going to find the same buttons you'd see on any other traditional mouse. So of course it's going to have a right and a left click. It's also going to have a scroll wheel that's going to double as a mouse 3 button. And then you're also going to have a mouse 4 and 5, which are normally used for back and forward on a regular computer, and for games are often assigned to custom functionality. Now as I mentioned earlier, the RBT mouse does have a little bit of RGB built into it, and those colors actually correspond with the speed of the mouse's tracking. So the RBT mouse does come with companion software that correlates with the RGB colors that you actually see on the mouse. So as I press the button here to switch and toggle between the different speeds, you actually notice pop-ups up on the screen showing you what type of DPI I'm using. Now the RBT software is much more robust than just that. It also has a bunch of other customizable options, like for example customized button assignments. It also gives you the ability to set customized axis sensitivity, and you also can set up different DPI settings that also correspond with different RGB colors, as we saw just a second ago. You also have the ability to change whether it's a static color or breathing or neon, and then you also have a report rate. Now of course it is now time to address the elephant in the room, and that is the left and the right click buttons on the RBT mouse. It has a little rabbit logo on here, and I can definitely see why they did it, because it kind of looks like it has rabbit ears. So when putting the RBT mouse side by side with the more traditional mouse, like the mouse I use every day, the Logitech MX Master 2S, it's pretty clear to see the differences. Instead of having a slope that leans towards the front and a bit off to the side, the RBT mouse has more of what I can only describe as a hump. This unique design completely changes the way you'd interact with the RBT mouse. Not only is it extremely ergonomically friendly, but it also promotes you using the inside of your knuckles to do a lot of your left and right clicking instead of using your fingertips. It also helps alleviate some of the pressure that's often put on top of your wrists when using a more traditional mouse. So how does this unique design affect the way you'd use a mouse? Well, I put it through its paces in two of my most common use case scenarios, in video editing as well as gaming. Alright, so my experience with using the RBT mouse for gaming was interesting to say the least. It takes a bit of getting used to, but once you get into the habit of using your inner knuckle instead of your fingertips, you know. Alright guys, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. When using the RBT mouse for a fast-paced action game or shooter, I found it to be a fairly difficult adjustment. But that's just it was more of an adjustment. After spending about a week with the RBT mouse and using it exclusively only for gaming, I did find myself to get better and better. And I also did feel the benefits of the ergonomic design, as I had less fatigue in my wrists when playing longer gaming sessions. Now when it comes to productivity work, this is more so where I feel like the RBT mouse shines. So for the last week or so, I took a couple of online courses on Premiere Pro and some full stack web development, and once again, despite my desire for a wireless mouse, exclusively used the RBT mouse. Now because the work I was doing was much slower paced and didn't rely so much on reaction time, I had a much better transition into getting used to using the RBT mouse. I was once again able to really appreciate the ergonomic design, as I had much less fatigue in my clicking wrists, and also for somebody like me who has rather larger hands, it was just downright comfortable. So at its $100 price tag, is the RBT mouse worth the money? Well, it kind of depends. If you're looking for a mouse that's extremely comfortable and ergonomic and doesn't look like one of those weird mouses that kind of looks like a soda can on your desk, I think it's definitely a great buy. However, if you're on the market for a gaming mouse, despite the RBT having ergonomic gaming mouse in its title, I'd probably look elsewhere unless you're okay with this super steep learning curve. But that is it for me in this review of this super interesting and unique mouse. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Also, while you guys are down there, if you like this video, hit the like button, and if it's your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Fran. Thanks for checking out this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. And the RBT features a little bit of RGB.